that on the board, Kaysen?
We let our butterflies go.
We let our butterflies go, or most of them. We still have a couple in our containers, but we let most of them go. So we're going to read a little bit more about butterflies. And the bean baggers may go get their bean bag and come on up. Reading buddy, I need a hug. Audrey, you're my reading buddy. Oh yes, it might have to be a faraway hug. She just came back from PE. Thank you. Okay.
Buddy hug.
I'm waiting for my other bean bagger. Genesis, you coming?
Yes.
Let's push in our chair so that Genesis has a spot. Emma, don't make sure you're like not pushing up on Ashley. Okay, Genesis, you have a couple seconds to get here. Let's go. Okay, I have a question for you. Raise your hand. Is a butterfly a bug? Raise your hand if you think yes, it's a bug. Raise your hand if you think nope, it's not a bug. Let's read. Actually, yes, a butterfly is a bug. Maybe you think that butterflies are beautiful and bugs are gross. But they are both insects. Butterflies have the same body parts as any bug. Look at the diagram and you will see. What is on this side right here?
Butterfly.
Ashlyn, thank you for raising your hand. A butterfly. What's on the other side? Skylar?
Ant.
An ant. Do you remember learning about ants?
No.
Near the middle of the year, beginning of the year? Do you remember how many body parts an insect has to have? Julia, do you remember?
3.
3, yes. So we're going to talk about the butterfly's 3 body parts that it has. 3 sections. Okay? Next, let's find out the difference between a butterfly and a moth.
Where's the moth?
This is actually a moth right here, and this is a butterfly. But how can we tell what's a butterfly and what's a moth? Let's read and find out. Butterflies and moths are like cousins. Butterflies are most often colorful and beautiful, and moths are often gray and dull. But look at this moth. What color is it? Kind of like yellowy golden, so that might be like the exception. But the best way to tell the difference is to look at their antennas. What are the antennas of a butterfly? What are the antennas of a butterfly, Ari?
They're feelers.
They're feelers, yes. They're feelers. Where are they located? Show me on your own head or body where their antennas are located. Yes. So they kind of like come out like this on either side of their head, and they're their feelers. Everybody feel with your antennas.
Last year we had a bug party. I didn't come. And we got like
You got some antennas?
we got like the headband. And we got to keep some bugs.
So the butterfly antennas look like clubs at the end, but moth antennas are straight. So do you see our picture on our board? How at the end there's like this circle?
Yes.
It doesn't just end at the end. That's what makes us know that it's a butterfly. We'll look closely on our monarch butterflies to see if they have those clubs at the end, okay?
I see on that one.
How do butterflies eat? What have we been feeding our butterflies? What have we been feeding them, Daniel?
Milkweed.
Milkweed. The caterpillars eat the milkweed, but what have we been feeding the actual butterfly, Audrey? Gatorade. Who's eating a Gatorade? Raise your hand if you like Gatorade. I love Gatorade.
Everyone likes
Okay. Have you ever watched a butterfly fluttering from flower to flower? It is eating. Butterflies have long tongues called a proboscis. Everybody say proboscis. That acts like the straws. Remember when I carried around the butterfly around the room and you were able to see its proboscis sticking inside the cotton ball?
Yes.
They do the same thing to the flowers. They sip the nectar that's found inside the flowers. Nectar is a sweet liquid that flowers make to attract the butterflies. Yes.
He's using a straw.
It's supposed to. That's why he said up here it says they act like straws. So is that like a funny picture? They kind of act like a straw. Where do butterflies live? Where do you think they live? Ashlyn? Everywhere. Let's see. Most species of butterflies live in rainforests. live in the heat. They live in the cold. They live where it's wet. They live where it's dry. They live in the mountains. They live near the water. Go outside and you will probably find one. And when you guys were at PE, did you find one?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
One more.
Yeah, one of ours?
Look.
It's okay. What is the smallest butterfly in the world? Look at this itty bitty butterfly. It's called a pygmy blue. Everybody say pygmy blue.
Pygmy blue.
Pygmy actually means really small. Its wingspan, so the length of its wings, open, if it's all the way open from tip to tip, is only half an inch. That is smaller than a dime. So the butterfly is smaller than a dime. With its wings open. With its wings open. And they live in the southern United States. Actually, we are in the southern United States, so I wonder if they are around us. We'll have to look. What is the biggest butterfly in the world? The largest butterfly in the world is the Queen Alexandra's birdwing. Doesn't that sound like a beautiful butterfly? Queen Alexandra's birdwing. It is as big as a frisbee.
Wow.
So a frisbee is usually about this big.
Whoa.
That's how big the butterfly
That is huge.
is. Can you imagine seeing this beautiful butterfly flying through the rainforest where it lives? It also is the rarest. What does rarest mean, Kason?
It's kind of like valuable, but nobody really finds it.
Yeah, nobody really finds it. Rare means that it's not really around. We don't see them very often. So it's a rare butterfly because its habitat, what's habitat mean? That was one of our words from the very beginning of the year.
Where animals live?
Yeah, where it lives. So where it lives, its home is being destroyed.
Why?
Since it's so rare, the photo here is another type of bird wing. So this is not even what it looks like. This is a different one that's very similar to the Queen Alexandra, but it's different because they couldn't find a picture of it because it's so rare. What do you think about its home being destroyed? What do you think about that? That's really sad, yeah. How far can butterflies fly? In the winter, when it's too cold for butterflies, some migrate. What does that migrate mean? What do you think migrate means? Skylar?
They go to somewhere where it's warm.
Yeah, they leave the place where they were and they move somewhere else. Many don't go very far, but some fly thousands of miles. The monarch, our butterflies, fly from Canada and the United States all the way to, does anyone remember?
Mexico.
Mexico. These are tiny creatures. For a human, it would be like going around the world 11 times in an airplane. So for the butterfly, because it's so much smaller than us, for it to fly from Canada to Mexico, it would be the same thing as if you got in a plane and flew all the way around the world 11 times.
Why? Does it have to fly around the world?
It doesn't fly around the world 11 times, but because it's so small, it's the same kind of thing as if you got in an airplane and did that.
It might take a rest.
How long do butterflies live? How long do we think they live? How long do you think? Julia?
About 6 months.
Maybe?
Until they get to Mexico.
Maybe until they get to Mexico. Until they lay their eggs. That's a good guess.
Monarchs live like 4 months, and then other butterflies live like 2 weeks.
Yeah, let's find out. It says, this is a very difficult question because the butterflies that you see in your yard may not live as long as they could. They have to deal with the weather and with predators that would eat a snake. What is a predator that might eat a butterfly? What is a predator? I just gave you one because I said it. What do you think would be a predator that would eat a butterfly, Kason?
A bird.
A bird. What else? Audrey? A snake. Can anyone name another one?
Maybe like a tiger.
Not a tiger. Something, I think, smaller. Think about, you see these in your yard. Sometimes they get in your house. They have a tail. They like to eat bugs.
Rat.
No. They like to eat bugs. You gotta think of things that like to eat bugs. Daniel?
Ant.
No, that is a bug. A little bit bigger.
Frogs.
Maybe a frog. Yes, that's a good one.
A lizard.
A lizard, yeah.
My mommy does not like
So most butterflies in the wild only live a couple of days or a couple of weeks. So that's really sad. But monarchs can live up to a year.
What?
A whole year. That's a long time for a
I was
butterfly.
going to guess that.
Oh, well, would have been a good guess.
We have monarchs.
And we have monarchs. So let's talk about this. Why is the life cycle of a butterfly so special? What do you think is special about butterflies? What's different between them and other things that grow?
They change into different things.
They change into different things. Let's read this. When you were born, you looked a lot like you do now. You had eyes and ears and 2 arms and 2 legs. Butterflies look completely different at different times in their lives. They start off as a what?
Caterpillar.
What do they start off as? An egg. And then the egg hatches and a larva comes out. And what did we talk about? What is the other word for a larva, everybody? Caterpillar. And then the caterpillar goes inside its what, everybody? Chrysalis. And what is the other word that we call chrysalis? Cocoon for moths or pupa. Yes, pupa. Very nice. And then when it comes out of its chrysalis, it's a butterfly. And then the butterfly does what? Lays eggs, and then the eggs become larvae, and then it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going forever and ever and ever. So, we are going to do a special activity. We're going to label our parts of our butterfly in just a minute, and then we're going to do a special activity about the life cycle of a butterfly. So, beanbaggers, will you head back to your seats? Everybody needs a pencil, and I will come around and hand you... I will come around and hand you your piece of paper about the body parts of a butterfly. Genesis, please put the beanbag where it belongs the correct way. Thank you. Yes, okay, yes. Not right now.
Did you get the blue pencil that has the blue right there? Hey, that's Christmas.
I don't know what was on
You look like a beer at some point and then it's like you get some.
Don't touch it for right now. All right, give me 5. Oh, the green table has not been able to give me 5 yet. Thank you, green table. Okay, once you get your piece of paper, find a place to put your name on it. Find a place to put your name on it. Then we are going to go over this all together. When you have your name on your paper, put your hands on your head. Put your hands on your head when you're done. Oh, I didn't give you this one. Hands on your head. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay. Please put your finger on the word bank. I know. Please put your finger on the word bank. What is the word bank used for? What do we use a word bank for?
To put words in there that you need.
Yes, these are the words that you're going to use. So, let's look at the very, very top line and see where its arrow is pointing. What is it pointing to? What is it pointing to? What is it pointing to?
Its head.
I think y'all's is definitely pointing to its head. Definitely pointing to, or no, is it pointing to its eye?
Yes.
It is pointing to its eye. Okay, let me change mine then, so that mine looks like more like yours. This one goes here. And then this one will go over here. Okay, go ahead and write head, or eye, at the very top line. The very top line.
Ms. Berg, why do you think they gave us a big space and I use our tiny word?
I think the space is about the same for each one. I think that's why they did that. So go ahead and write I at the top. The one right next to that. What do you think that is pointing to? Lisa? The head. Yes, go ahead and write head. There. It is pointing to its head. Not right now. Go ahead and write head. Once you've used the word from the word bank, you may cross it off so that you don't think to use it again. It's a good idea. Right here. Okay, the next one, right below head. Right below head. What is that one pointing at, Ailey?
Antenna.
Antenna. Do you see the word antenna?
No.
It is the very first word in the word bank.
Oh yeah. Is it right under the head? No.
It is, the space is right under head, yes. But the word antenna in the word bank is the first word. Go ahead and write that one down.
And
Actually, you need to be working on it, not getting it to me yet.
why is there E-A?
That's just the way that it's spelled, even though it doesn't look like it. All right, what is that curly thing that the next one is pointing to, Kason?
It's
Look down at the word bank if you need it.
all the next, like that.
No, it's not the abdomen. Nope. Audrey? Proboscis. Remember, that's like his long tongue that he uses. His proboscis. Proboscis. Go ahead and write that down. Okay, now, this next one's a little more difficult. Yours is right under proboscis and mine is down here, okay? So don't get confused, okay? Yours is pointing through the legs and onto a certain part of the body. Onto a certain part of the body.
Pointing to the body or the wing?
It's not pointing to the wing, it's pointing to the certain part of the body. What part of the body do we think that is? What part of the body do we think that is? Ailey?
Leg.
No, it's pointing through the legs into part of the body.
Stomach, abdomen.
The abdomen. The abdomen. This is the abdomen.
This one? Oh, I see. Like that. This one?
No, this is the one we're on up here. Sorry, guys. Pause. Freeze. 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 The one right under proboscis is the thorax. The thorax. This bigger part where the legs are connected is the thorax.
Well, I got it right.
No, yeah, there, you're fine. You need to write thorax up here. So the one that's right where the legs are coming out of, that is the thorax. Oh, I just wrote it wrong. Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
This word's kind of easy to sound out.
It is. It does. It does kind of have certain special sounds. Right here is the thorax. So, okay, there is a line on your paper, look at your paper, that is pointing through the legs and into this part of the body. That is the thorax. Now, what are these things coming out of the thorax?
Legs.
Daniel, thank you for raising your hand.
Legs.
Legs. Lovely. Legs.
I already wrote that. But it only says leg.
Or does it just say leg?
Yes.
Okay, well, you can just write leg if you want.
So I write that.
Yeah, thorax is here. These are legs. That's pointing to leg. This is a thorax. This is the proboscis. This is pointing to the proboscis. This line in here. This is the proboscis.
Still watching?
Mm-hmm. So you shouldn't be talking about it. And this is the proboscis. And this is the thorax. We haven't even talked about the abdomen. And this is the leg. Now, if we've already done the thorax and the head, what is the only part of the body that we haven't done yet, Taylor? The abdomen.
There's still more.
Yep, that's the only part of the body, though, that we haven't done yet. Now, let's talk about the wings. That's the only section that we haven't done yet is the wings. There are two types of wings. Can anyone tell me what the two types of wings are? Ari?
The forewing on the top and the hind wing on the bottom.
Yes. So, which one should go up here?
The forewing?
Thank you, Danielle, for raising your hand. The forewing. Notice how the word for has an E after it before the word wing. Make sure you don't forget that E in there, that silent E. Go ahead and write forewing. And then when you're done with that, you can fill in the last blank with the last word that we have not used yet, which is the hind wing. So, we have filled in our entire butterfly. You continue to keep writing, but you should have filled in the entire butterfly with all of its pieces. How many should you have written down? How many should you have written down, Ashlyn?
9.
9. You should have 9 words, 9 pieces of butterfly. 9 written down. When you're done, make sure your name is on your paper, and you should be sitting down, please, Corbin. You are not doing that right now. Thank you, though. When you are completely done and your name is on it, please pass it to the paper passer-outers who are Kason and Skylar, and please pass it to Ashlyn at the blue table. Thank you. Yes. Not right now?
She's waiting for paper.
We did. Okay.
We got to do prayer.
We did prayer.
Oh, and we're going to Yes, we did. No.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. All right, so now for our next activity. We're going to be talking about the life cycle of the butterfly. The life cycle. Kason, can I have the papers, please? Thank you. And Ashlyn, can I have those papers, please? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to have the paper passer-outers pass out papers to their tables. Can you pass these out? And then when you get yours, please put your name on it and freeze. Show me your best statue once you have your name on it.
Wait, I don't have one.
Okay, there must be an extra somewhere. Here we go. Alright, oh, I like the way Emma is sitting as a statue. Daniel is a statue. And the whole blue table is a statue. Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and move balloons up. Not right now. Maybe did I remove you up? Ooh, the entire green table is like a statue. Very nice. He had great statues. Did I move you up, Haley? And I'll move it. Skylar, can't move you up. You're already out of 5, Skylar. Genesis, Ari. Very nice. Not right now. Okay. Now, let's go over these parts of the butterfly life cycle. Find number 1 and put your finger on it. What is that? What is the first part of the butterfly life cycle? Skylar? Egg. Please write egg. Please write egg. I will write the words up here if you need it. Egg. What about number 2? What is that? What is that, Julia?
Caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
Larva.
Yes, or larva, either way. But we're going to write caterpillar because for a butterfly, that is a caterpillar. For the butterfly life cycle, that is a caterpillar. But it is a larva, yes. Go ahead and write that. All right, what about the third part? Number 3, Taylor?
Chrysalis.
Chrysalis?
Or cocoon.
Well, not for a butterfly.
Or pupa.
Or a pupa, yes, depending on the butterfly, but ours make a chrysalis. And what is the last part, Corbin?
Butterfly.
A butterfly. Make sure you have all of these written down, and then put your pencil away. Once all the pencils are back in the bin, I will trade you a bin for a plate of caterpillars, eggs, pupas, and butterflies. And you are going to be able to put these onto your paper and show me your butterfly life cycle in food. Marshmallows, what do you think they are going to represent?
Eggs.
Eggs. What do you think the gummy worms are going to represent? Ailey?
Caterpillars.
Caterpillars. What do you think the Tootsie Rolls are going to represent? Think about our monarchs when they're about to come out. Elisa? What do you think?
Chrysalis.
Chrysalis, yes. And what do you think our butterfly crackers are going to represent, Emma?
The butterfly.
The butterflies. So, once all of the pencils are back inside the bin, I will trade you your bin for a plate. There are 10 of each thing. Each person can have 2. Each person can have 2.
Except for me.
Yes, I'll get you your special snack, okay? Each person will have 2. Everyone has 2. There's 5 of you. If you each get 2, that's 10. No, because remember, I will trade you your bin for this plate of food. So, all right, here you guys go. Joseph, I'll get you your thing in just a second.
Can I get water before I have it?
Haley, yes, you may get water.
Are we supposed to eat it?
No. Then you can put it where it belongs. It has to be where it belongs on your life cycle. This table's done. Everybody gets 2 of each thing, remember?
Don't eat it. What about
Not eat anything.
What about the marshmallow? I'm only eat one.
Did somebody eat one already?
Nobody almost.
Okay, well then if you already ate one, then you just have one caterpillar then. And is the blue table ready?
So put that one up.
Here we go. All right. Once you have all of your pieces where they need to be, I'm going to walk around, and once I give your table the okay, you may eat your Butterfly life cycle. Let's see. We're almost in place. We're almost there.
Yeah, we're ready.
We're not ready yet.
Oh, maybe we should wash her. We're ready. We were just asking.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe hand sanitizer? No.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Wash hands first.
All right, once everybody gets their stuff, we will eat our food.
It's a dessert. Yummy. Yummy. Not good. It's not good.